Hello.
Hi, Sarah. How you doing?
All right. How are you guys?
Yeah,
we're all good. I was just showing John the new addition to the interview. Meet Bill.
Oh, is that knitted?
It's crochet. My girlfriend has turned into a master crocheter over lockdown.
Your girlfriend did that. That's amazing.
It's a snake plant / Pokemon, but it looks. I don't know.
That's amazing.
I was just saying, I don't think there's another one of those that exists anywhere in the world. A crocheted snake plant.
That's amazing. I love it.
It turns out she's made two, though, so that kind of defeats that a bit.
Okay. Just drop me down
I love
there.
it.
How's things, Sarah? How are you getting on? All right?
That's good, thanks. Yeah, good. Are you guys okay?
Yeah, not too
just
bad.
glad to
Yeah,
have you on for a chat, learn more about your music. You've been busy with some great releases coming out.
Really good. Yeah, exciting. Really exciting.
Where is it you're based right now, Sarah?
I'm based in North Lincolnshire.
Okay.
I'm quite close to the coast where I am.
Oh, how long have you been out that way for?
Pretty much forever, give or take a few years. It's quite a nice sort of area to be in because, like I say, you're quite close to the coast, but you're quite close to the countryside as well. So it's quite a nice.
Ah, nice one.
Yeah.
And is that your studio you're in right now?
Yeah, yes. I'm going to say it's my studio. It's actually my dining room. Yes, it's my studio. This is where I'm in my studio right now.
That's a lockdown studio right there, Sarah. Lockdown special. No, the music's phenomenal. Some of the stuff you've been coming out with recently is just, well, absolutely loving it. The one you done with Mark Brickman and Andy for Yamhoo is just
that was superb.
I'll tell you, when I got the message from those guys to ask if I'd work with them, I was absolutely over the moon. I've sort of admired them from afar for a while. So yeah. Did a little yeah, really excited. The song's great. It was originally by a lady called Robin Beck. Yeah, Sweet Talk. It's beautiful song. So I was really honoured to be asked to do that.
What the Midnight Riot, what the guys are doing in Midnight Riot, and the tracks that Mark's putting out is just something special, isn't it? Phenomenal.
Amazing. I mean, I knew it was going to be good, but yeah, it's really, really cool. I love it.
Yeah,
how did you guys work together on that? Was that just done through like Zoom and stuff like that?
Yeah, just me recording here and sending it over to those guys. And I'd love to say I went to Miami and recorded there, but that would be a complete lie.
So that awesome vocal was recorded in your dining room?
Yeah, right here.
Technology. I know, whenever you think of Mark Brickman, you just think of him sunning it, living it up, having a beverage in the sunshine of Miami, living the life.
Right.
And we're sat over here in the snowy UK.
Yeah.
On the plus side, it's not been raining today.
No, it snowed. It actually snowed in Scotland.
No, did it?
It went from about 20 degrees a couple of days ago to back to a bit of snow. I don't know what's going on.
It's 4 seasons in one day, isn't it? I mean,
Have you been involved in like the new disco scene and that for a while then, Sarah? Or are you quite new to it? Because it's a great revival going on right now, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. No, literally, it's been a lockdown thing. I've always loved it, and I've always sung it in some way or form. But to be so involved in it literally came from lockdown. I thought, I want to be writing this. I want to be more involved creatively in this kind of in the scene. So I thought, right, now's the time. Lockdown. Been saying it for ages. I'm going to start writing my own stuff. Even if I just end up doing vocals on tracks, that's cool. If I can write my own, that's even better. I had a little bit of knowledge of Logic. So I thought, I'm going to get Logic, and I just cracked on with it really. Just taught myself, had some help from people, and cracked on. So yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I mean, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't say that, I could write a masterpiece, but I get my way around. It's okay. It's all good.
It sounds like you've been keeping yourself busy and productive anyway throughout this year.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's been good. It's very much snowballed. It's working with lots of different people. But when does it get to the point where it's too much? It's like, it's that fine line, isn't it? But when you're creative, you want to do it. People are saying, come do this, do that. You think, give us it here, give me it here. And it's like,
you overload.
Just
I know it's easy because me and John do that. We get new ideas all the time. We're thinking, where are we going to squeeze this in?
Pretty much every time we sit down and talk, like on Zoom, there's always a different idea coming out, isn't there?
That's it. Yeah.
There's a long list of things to do.
It's incredible to see how people have been inspired through lockdown, because a lot of people have it's been pretty desperate, grim times, but people have taken a step back and just reevaluated and maybe chased the dream and chased something that they might not have necessarily had the time to do before.
That's exactly what happened for me.
Yeah.
I couldn't, if lockdown hadn't happened, I couldn't say that this would have happened for sure. Literally, it gave that time to sort of evaluate and say, right, I really want to do this, and now's the time to do it.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, there are positive things to come out of it for sure.
Yeah, it's going really well for you. What was you were doing before lockdown?
Well, I've always sung, and I've always sung professionally. So, you know, you get to that point where you think, I actually want to make some money out of singing. I actually want to make some money out of this. But now I'm sort of going in the opposite direction, where I think, actually, I really want to be creative, and I really want to write, and I'm, you know, that side of it's more important now. So it's sort of come back on itself, you know. It's strange, isn't it, how things work out?
Yeah, definitely.
It's yeah.
Do you maybe talk to us a little bit about your writing process as well? Is there like certain ideas you like to work with or anything?
Yeah, it's a weird. I think if somebody sends me something, I find that easier, because I get inspired by hearing music, and that's how I get started, really. I think it's a lot harder when you have to write a song from scratch. For me, anyway, personally, to sort of write everything. It's a lot easier to get inspiration from somebody else's input, and then definitely. But yeah, for me, writing from scratch is mainly sort of starting perhaps with a beat and then building, you know, sort of the usual way, really. But little melodies and stuff that come into my head, I quickly press record on my phone and sing away in the bathroom while I'm having a wee, you know, we should do.
Yeah, you always get those little ideas, like the most random of places, don't you?
Yeah.
I always go in the middle of the night, you know, that way you're just trying to sleep, and they always come to you when you're trying to get to sleep.
That happened to me last night, and I thought, I really must record this, and then I just fell back to sleep. So that was that. And you never remember it in the morning either, do you? Never.
I know. Do you know what I got as well? Like, sometimes I get that, I sit in the shower on the bath or whatever, and I get it, and there's no way to write it down, because I don't want to risk bringing my phone out of the bath and get, you know, it's probably waterproof actually, but sometimes I don't know what it is. It's when you can't write it down, you get
that's when it comes, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's a tip for you, Paul. You can get a waterproof pencil and paper, or pen and paper.
There you go.
Wow.
There you go.
Next to the bath, it's good to go.
Wow. The ideas, ideas I'll have now, John. We've got enough ideas. You know, funnily enough, actually, the weekend there, my girlfriend woke up in the middle of the night. She said I was singing a song. And I don't sing. I can't even sing. You know, so God knows how horrific it was if I was singing in my sleep.
It could have been a #1 hit.
I know. I said that to her. I says that could have been the one. That could have been in Miami. I don't know what that was, but I'm going to claim that was a hell of a track. I don't know what it was, but yeah. I've been listening to like Foo Fighters or something, so it probably must have been god awful. If it woke her up, it must have been. But, ideas coming in the sleep.
That's brilliant. That's amazing.
She wasn't happy. She wasn't happy for her face, but happy.
I wonder when she had the idea to crochet a snake plant.
There you go.
I know, the ideas, honestly. That's her skill. Again, she's never crocheted before lockdown. See the stuff that lockdown inspires? This is the sort of thing lockdown inspires.
Has she crocheted anything else? Has it just been there?
Yes, scarves, hats.
Yoda recently.
I wasn't expecting you to say like Yoda. That's amazing.
Yeah, incredible.
Let's take things back to the music a little bit. So where did it all begin for you? How did you kind of first get into music and starting down that path?
I've always been involved in music, just in some way, shape, or form. And in my teens, I started off in an original band. We sort of did funk and disco and that kind of thing.
Right.
And like I say, then I did get to a point where I thought, do you know what? I want to make some money. I want to earn a living doing this. Yeah. And the creative side sort of went out the window a little bit. But now it's, like I say, it's coming back around. So yeah, I spent a lot of years, doing this sort of circuit, as it were.
Okay.
But yeah.
You're doing like a lot of touring with the band and all that sort of stuff?
In the early days, we got about. We got about a bit. Yeah, it was good. It's a good foundation for any sort of musician, really, isn't it? I think, getting a bit of live experience and so it's a good way to start.
Do you find it difficult to balance the creativity with paying the bills, basically? Is that quite difficult, really? Yeah.
It can be, and that's why I'm sort of shifting the other way a bit.
Yeah.
It can get in the way, So, and I think for me now, I'm sort of turning to where I just really want to concentrate on more creative side of things. And,
Yeah.
You know, I don't get me wrong, I do still go out and do gigs and stuff, but yeah, I really want to be more, a bit more.
When things line up, sometimes when things start to line up, you've got to just go for it. The one time when it goes right like that, you've got to jump at it. I think
You've
now,
got to grab it with both hands, haven't you? Definitely.
Yeah, and your voice is lending itself really well to those sort of styles of tracks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've always
phenomenal.
been influenced by disco, 80s, 70s, 80s funk, you know, that kind of thing. Massively influenced. So yeah, listening to it, I think you just pick it up, don't you? And that's how it comes out.
Who would you say are your kind of biggest influences then? You kind of mentioned the 70s and 80s, like disco funk. Is there any people in particular you would say?
Do you know what? The list is literally endless.
Yeah.
Patrice Rushen is a big one for me. I think she's quite underrated. As a performer and as an artist, she's really, really super talented, and some of her materials really is amazing.
I've been trying to get her on. I've been trying to get her on the show, Sarah, for about a year, and I don't even get a reply.
What?
No,
One day.
Patrice, sort it out.
Patrice, come on. If you're watching, Patrice. No, I know. I think she's phenomenal. I think she plays a lot of piano and writes a lot of stuff as well, doesn't she? She's a great talent. Yeah,
massively, and I think she's quite not recognised perhaps as much as she should have been really for that. Yeah, definitely. But there's a lot. I mean, the list is endless with the influences. You know, when someone puts you on the spot, you're like, left or right? I can't think. There's so many.
You're probably giving you a heads up with some of these.
It's all right. It's all right. I'll think in 2 a.m. That's when they'll come.
You'll be
I'll wake up going, D-Train. D-Train.
You'll be singing in your sleep.
Yeah.
No, I think it's always interesting to see what albums have stuck with people over the years as well. As I've been like go-to albums possibly for yourself and things that have always, or people in your life maybe back then when you were kind of first getting into it that nudged you in the right direction.
Yeah, definitely. The people in the band I was with definitely put me in the right direction. A good friend of mine, John Williams, who's super, super talented, very much into the same kind of thing as me. Great singer, great keyboard player, great songwriter. Another friend, Lee, who I worked the songs that I started out last year, very first in lockdown writing. Lee really helped me along with those and produced and created me in the and. I mean, that man's seriously talented. He really is. He's an incredible
What's the band
orchestrator.
What's the band? Sorry, what is the band name and what does he go under? So we can search some of his
Lee's not in a band as such. He's just he's sort of doing his own thing, really. He sort of dabbles. He's not quite in it, but he's not quite out of it. Do you know what I mean? He's very much like that. He dabbles. But I used to be in a band with John called, we were called Supernormals.
Okay.
And that was fun. That was lots of fun. We played funk and soul, and it was good. It got the ball rolling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that live experience is massive, isn't it? Getting that live experience, because you can't really fake that. It's one thing to go up and kind of, for us DJing, it's easy to hide behind the decks. I can't imagine anything scarier than going out and singing to a crowd of people, honestly.
I can't imagine anything scarier than me going out singing in front of people.
Do you know what? People say that. They say, you're nervous. Are you not scared? And for me, I just think, what's the worst that can happen? And I think, well, the worst that can happen is I make a fool of myself. I think, am I bothered? No. I don't care. I'm not bothered to make a fool of myself. So that's the worst that can happen. So.
Yeah, it's true. They can only shout at you and chase you out off the stage.
Totally, yeah, that's happened. It's actually worse singing in front of like a few people than it is lots. You know, because it's that thing of the close contact, isn't it? You know, you've got to look people in the eye, and that's just it makes it more intimate and a bit more.
Yeah, you've got that the energy of a big crowd as well. That's something you can feed off when you're up there as well. You know?
You need that feedback, otherwise it's really difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's why a lot of bands have done the live streams throughout the year, and they've done great concerts. One example was I love the Foo Fighters, and they've done the live stream, and see, without the audience, they're just such a live audience band. It's like without that, you could even tell they were kind of just looking around at each other, like whereas everyone what's going on. See the difference of feeding off the energy.
Difficult. I did one a couple of months ago. I did a live stream. It was a complete one-off and the only one I've done.
Right.
And exactly the same. It was really difficult because there was no atmosphere. There was, and it was. I just really struggled with it. You don't realise how much you really do feed off the audience. It's when they're not there, it's like.
I guess that probably feels maybe a bit more like doing a rehearsal as opposed to doing a performance type thing.
Yeah.
You've not kind of got that crowd there and that feedback coming through.
Yeah, definitely.
What was that, Sarah? What was that video I seen before? And it was, who was that little drummer guy playing the picnic bench? Who was that little dude?
Okay, so that's Jack. That kind of that really did make things snowball again, really, for me and Jack. I was doing a gig, one of my sort of pay the bills gigs, as it were, on the East Coast, and I was singing Lost in Music, Dimitri from Paris's version, of course. And I noticed Jack was, throughout the whole gig, he was ear drumming. And you know when you can tell that somebody actually plays by the way they, and I thought, you know what, that lad he can play the drums. And the next thing I knew, he came out with a pair of drumsticks, which was like, wow, okay, so you carry drumsticks around with you. This is serious. Emergency drumsticks. And he started playing on the table, and luckily my husband started filming. And it was great, and he played the whole gig pretty much after that. It was amazing. And we just put it up on Facebook, a little clip, and it just went crazy. It's had like 6 million views or something like that. It's just absolutely crazy.
It's a good thing you had those emergency drumsticks there.
I know, it's a good job. You never know. You never know.
You hear about DJs packing an extra USB or taking USBs to gigs, but that's a whole new level in drumsticks.
It's amazing.
That was cool. Such a young guy. Just the timing was great. Even on the picnic bench, actually, it sounded good. Yeah,
and he's absolutely just got bags of confidence, which is brilliant for it, especially for his age. You know, he's like, his dad told me, and it's great. His dad told me that he thinks he's the best drummer in the world. He tells everyone he's the best drummer in the world. I said, but he is the best drummer in the world.
Yeah,
it's just brilliant. What a brilliant, confident young man. He's going to go places. Yeah,
he's the next Dave Grohl. Next Dave Grohl, right there, surely.
Yeah, absolutely. Bless him. Yeah.
What's some of the aims then, Sarah? What's the aims for? I know it's a bit uncertain right now, but what are you aiming for the next couple of years? Would you say music-wise, more live performance, but possibly more creative to your sound? Yeah,
absolutely. More live performance, definitely. He's up there big time. More creating, definitely. More sort of collaborating.
Yeah.
And see where it goes. Yeah,
it's looking quite promising now for the live performance side of things as well. It's looking like it's starting to open up slowly but surely. You know.
Yeah, definitely. Fingers crossed. It's it's going in the right direction. Definitely. Yeah.
Who do you think you would like to be working with in the next couple of years as well? Is there anybody you've kind of got in mind?
Oh yes, Michael Gray, Shapeshifters. Dr. Packer would be good. All the sort of disco funk guys would be great. Obviously, Dave Lee would be a good one as well.
Yep.
Anyone that's creative and that's doing that kind of thing would be amazing.
I think you could do some great work with all those guys.
Yeah, definitely.
Come on, guys, give me a call. Call me.
Dave, if you're watching this, I know you watch this.
Call.
I'm free, Dave.
I think there's just such an openness to the music again right now, maybe because people are looking for that uplifting music more than they are the kind of driving club stuff, but there seems to be a good kind of generation of youngsters coming through appreciating it, and then obviously the kind of people who've been into it for a while are kind of happy to see it coming back. So it's just such a special time. I think as long as things continue to ease in the right direction, we could see a good boom for the next few years.
I really hope so.
Yeah.
It seems to be a bit of a wave, doesn't it? For sure. And like you say, I think people need that, the good vibes. You see what I did there?
Yeah.
They need the good vibes. So it's the right time. It's the right time for it. Hit that wave.
Yep. Yeah, I think it is. Definitely.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about some of your highlights as well from like your music career so far? Would you say what's been the kind of highlights for you so far?
In general, in the last whole lifetime. Crikey. Playing Glastonbury was one of them. That was good.
Oh, that must have been an experience for you.
It was an experience for sure. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, definitely working with Andy and Mark's up there. I mean, those guys are amazing. Love what they do. Absolutely fantastic. Working with my good man Manuel Pronas as well. He's awesome. Love him to bits. Yeah, just getting out there, playing live. Anything's good.
Definitely. Now, Glastonbury, that's phenomenal, to be out there. I've never been, I've always wanted to go to Glastonbury, but it seems so difficult to get the tickets for it. If you don't
it's
early,
such a huge festival as well, it's just massive. I think there's some other quite nice. I'd love to do Defected Croatia. That's on the list. That's on the that's on the list.
Simon, sort it out.
You were talking about the energy and stuff earlier on as well. That must have been some energy that you had at the Glastonbury Festival, performing there.
Yeah, it was. It was quite amazing. It was a strange one. I was actually performing with an original band called King Size 5, and they do. They're not on the go anymore, unfortunately, but they did jazz. It was like live jazz, sort of 8-piece band with brass. But it was all original material, and it was a bit like Madness meets, Glenn Miller. It was like, I don't know if you can imagine. It was, but it was great fun, and there was loads of energy, and it was just madness. It was just craziness on stage, and playing Glastonbury was definitely a bit of a highlight for sure.
Yeah.
And Defected Croatia, that is.
Yes, that's the one.
Hopefully that's going to go ahead. I'm not too sure, but fingers crossed. All that is.
I think it is. Yeah.
Looking quite promising. Have you planned to go out, Sarah? Are you going to head out there? Or are you going to?
I'd like
to ransack the stage.
I'll stand at the side, looking at me like this, look at my eyelids. Can I ever go? Definitely like to go out. Just
wondering about the travel side of it. Like, are we going to be allowed to kind of head out that way and come back again? No, I don't know how that's all going to work.
I know, this is it, isn't it? It's really uncertain at the minute. It's
fingers crossed.
As long as you get out there, who needs to come back? That's the main thing. As long as you get there.
Get out there by hook or by crook. Yeah, we'll think about getting back later.
Because me and John actually were planning, I don't know if this will happen this year, but we're planning a road trip. We're actually going to drive it.
To Croatia?
Yep.
Yeah. We're going to drive over there. That was the aim this year, and possibly that might not happen this year, but definitely when it's allowed, John, that's happening.
We should just set off this year, but just do it really slowly and get there next year. Like a hell of a road trip.
John, do you think we would still be friends by the end of that yearly road trip?
I'm sure we can make it through. There may be a few ups and downs.
No, that's the plan. We want to go out for a drive.
That would be amazing. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, definitely.
That'd be pretty epic.
In a camper van.
Yeah, I've got the camper van. I've actually got the van as well. Yeah, we've got it. That's what me and my girlfriend. Me and my girlfriend drove to Croatia not last year. What year? I forget what year this is. The year before we actually drove all the way there. So I know the route. I know the way to get there and back.
Excellent.
As you go through the Swiss Alps and all that, don't you?
Right, epic. Yeah, right through all the Alps, through every country. So one day, Sarah, that will happen. You're welcome to join us in the crazy adventure.
Yeah, have you got room for a little one?
Yeah, you can. Cycle DJ, you can do the vocals live en route.
Absolutely anything.
Like a travelling performance. We'll just be performing live streaming on Instagram and all
that. No, I know to kind of round things off, John always likes to ask a couple of random questions. John, if you get a little random question, he's always
I've got
if you were a biscuit, is it that one? If you were a biscuit, what would you
well, what is that one? That's
it. I'll give us that one again, so I need to write that down for next time. So if you could have a dinner party with any 5 people from any time in history, present and past, who would you choose?
Oh, crikey. Ben Kingsley would be one of them, just because I think he's one of the best actors ever. Stevie Wonder would perhaps be another.
Right.
Michael Jackson, controversial I know, but yeah, Michael Jackson would be in there.
I like the way this is shaping up so far. So
Right, the dinner table here.
no,
They'll have a dinner table. Stephen Fry, because who wouldn't want Stephen Fry at the dinner table?
bit of information, bit of quality information.
Yeah. Oh, crikey. I'm going to add another muso to that as well. I'd say probably Patrice Rushen. Why not?
There you go. Just make sure that mic's ready to go when they come over.
Yeah, absolutely.
Magic in the making right there, isn't it?
Anyone else? Is there another one?
How many tables, how many chairs have we got left, John?
Have one more. I'll give you a bonus one. You can have a
Generous man. He's a generous man.
Oh, crikey. Oh, my goodness.
Can me and John come? John can sit in my knee.
Yeah, there you go. You guys.
John, you can sit in my knees, all right?
I'm going to commandeer the decks.
Yeah, you can sort the tunes out.
I'll get you one of those garden chairs, and you know, on the fold-up ones you bring out when the family come round. You can have one.
Oh, yeah, okay. I need a beer holder in it as well.
They're the ones that always collapse when you sit on them. Do you know the ones that you have to take your finger off?
The plastic ones, they're evil.
They're just
They're out to
lethal.
get you.
Lethal.
What has been your most random lockdown purchase so far as well?
Yeah. Oh, crikey. Random lockdown purchase. Motorbikes.
Right, you've got
Bikes.
okay. Right.
Oh, wow.
Tell us more.
That's not random. That's
Yeah.
brilliant.
Sadly, I had to get rid of one during lockdown. Do you know the Honda Monkey?
No, I don't know.
The Monk, I mean, you can tell by the name. It's awesome straight away, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
called
His pride and joy.
Honda Monkey. You know, yeah. Buying motorbikes was pretty random. Yeah.
That's one way to spend your lockdown vocals and buying motorbikes.
I'm absolutely skint now, but hey, I've got a garage full of motorbikes, so that's all
Totally
good.
worth it. How many bikes have you got? How many did you buy? You say motorbikes? How many?
3.
Oh, there we go.
And you've got a whole summer ahead to enjoy them.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I'm looking outside now and it's absolutely silent it down.
So what's just out of curiosity, what's the reason for having 3 bikes? Is there like different uses for each one? Or because you
Just
love them?
because I liked them. Yeah, that's yeah.
Fair enough.
Just because I like the look of them and I wanted it.
I know it's amazing the amount of people that you've seen things like motorbikes and things just appearing out, and you just think they definitely bought that in lockdown. And you can usually
it's an impulse buy in lockdown. I mean,
people buying like mini bikes and kind of somebody bought. What was I seen before? It was like classic cars and stuff. Something you can just tell somebody just. Oh no, it was a wee old school moped. You know, the old kind of classic.
Oh yeah, like a
C9
one. Yeah.
They got the full kit. The guy came out in the full gear. Definite lockdown buy right there.
Definitely.
A few beers, a bit of Paul Weller on, and somebody's bought herself
what would you say is your all-time favourite song? You had to choose one. It's a difficult question, I know.
It is a really difficult question. There's so many, but if I had to pick one instantly right now, I would say I Thought It Was You by Herbie Hancock. That's definitely.
Oh yeah, Herbie. Can't be about Herbie.
Herbie. He's another dinner party guest, by the way. I forgot about Herbie. He needs to be here.
Yeah. We'll pull up an extra chair for Herbie. That's allowed. That is allowed.
Sit on one of the bikes. Just bring one of the bikes in. He can sit on that.
Yeah, exactly. You can sit on my poof.
That would be badass. Herbie Hancock rolling in a bike to rocket on in the background. I've got one kind of last random question for you guys. You can both chip in. I like to involve John in this one as well. See, if we were all roommates, what is one thing that would drive you nuts about each other? And I can start off clearly with singing in my sleep. I think that's probably my most annoying. I don't know anything about it, but it must be pretty annoying. But what is something that would annoy us about you guys?
Well, I'll start. I do snore fairly loudly from what I've been told.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
John, the tour's off, man. You're not coming in the camper, man. Sorry, that road trip's off.
Short-lived.
Oh, crikey. Probably getting a little bit annoyed with things easily. It's a lockdown thing. It doesn't happen all the time.
Yeah.
I tend to get grumpy. I don't know about you guys, but I get grumpy when I'm hungry as well. So like if I get too hungry, I'm not a pleasure to be around.
No, hungry. Being hungry is the worst.
Yeah. I need to be fed pretty much every 3 hours or I start getting hungry.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think you should be acquitted of murder if you're hungry, you know. Definitely.
Probably say as well, maybe an annoying thing for yourself, Sarah, setting up a studio in the kitchen maybe could be a biggie as well. Depends who the housemate is. Though. Depends what housemate you've got.
I mean, there's nobody coming round to. I mean, we talk about having a fantasy dinner party. Ain't nobody coming round here. No way. This is the studio, and that's where you're staying. You can eat on your laps in the living room.
Sounds good. No, thanks a lot for coming on, Sarah. It's been great
Thanks
talking to you.
for having me. I really appreciate it.
Just before we round things off, where can people learn more about your music then? Where can they go to? Where are you most active?
I am on the usual outlets. I'm on Facebook, Spotify, crikey, what? Linktree. I have a Linktree as well. That's a good one because everything's in there.
Yeah.
Suki Soul. Yeah, find me on Linktree. I'm on SoundCloud, Facebook, Instagram. I only forgot about that. Ooh. Insta. Yeah, the usual outlets.
And hopefully we'll see you performing live at some point as well when everything does start. That would
be nice when we're gigging together in defected Croatia. That'll be cool.
Yep, on the camper van. John better not be snoring.
No promises. No
Otherwise, I'll get really annoyed with you quickly.
Out in the Alps. No, you take care, Sarah. I'm sure we'll catch up with you again soon. All right.
Thank you ever so much, guys. I appreciate you having me on.
No worries. Take care. Keep up the great work. Keep bringing that music out. All right.
Take care.